Hi and welcome to this video on Prezi Alpha. Now in this first video what we're going to go through is actually how to begin creating a basic presentation within Prezi. So what you want to do, if you haven't actually signed up with a Prezi account, come to Prezi.com, and then what you want to do is sign up with a free account, and then once you've done that you can begin creating your presentation. So once you've signed in, as you can see down here, just click on New Prezi. Now it gives us a selection to choose either one of the pre-made templates or to create a blank one from scratch. So we're going to click on Start Blank Prezi, and it's going to load up the Prezi editor. Now if you've already, you're not so new to Prezi, you've used Prezi before and you know actually how to use the basics of Prezi, then jump over to one of the other sections where we start going more in depth into using Prezi. But in this first section we're going to go ahead and actually create presentation from scratch, go over the basic features and functions of using Prezi. So as you can see, we've got this Prezi editor. Now if I click anywhere on this canvas, I can move around this canvas. I can use the roller on my mouse to zoom in and out. Over on the right hand side you can see that we have the plus and minus buttons, so if you don't have a roller on your mouse you can actually zoom in using these buttons here. And basically you just want to left click anywhere and you can just move around this canvas. Now the first thing you want to do with your presentation is, I'm just going to delete this one so we get it completely from scratch, and I'm going to zoom out quite far. It's best to zoom out as much as you can because then it gives you more room to actually zoom into. So what you want to do first of all is create a main frame. So I'm going to draw a main frame. This is going to be the canvas that I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to draw an invisible frame. I'm going to click and left click and hold and drag and just draw out a nice kind of frame. Okay, so now what I want to do, I'm going to add this frame to my timeline. So to do that, what I want to do is click on this pencil button, and then I'm going to click on the frame that I just created. Now you can see that my frame has been added to my timeline. And just the same way that it works with PowerPoint, and that you create slides and you go through the different slides each time, the same thing with Prezi. So once you create a frame, for an example, the frame is going to be added to this timeline, and then you can go through the frames and go through your presentation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a beginning frame. So let's go ahead and click on this one here, and I'm going to use a draw rectangle frame. You can choose from the circle one, the bracket one, or the invisible one. And personally I always like to use the draw invisible frames, and actually, so you don't actually see them, but we're going to use the draw rectangle frame for this one. And I'm going to draw a frame down here. Okay, if you hold down shift as well, it will lock it into by a 4:3 ratio. So I'm going to do that. And as you can see, once I let go of the mouse, it's added to the timeline. If I click now onto this next frame, it goes straight in here. And we can add in some text. Now to add text is very, very simple. Just double click on anywhere on the canvas and say, type in your text. Welcome. Now I'm going to click and drag and make it even bigger. And if I click anywhere on this text, I can actually position it where I want on this frame. So I'm going to zoom out again, and I'm going to add in a title for this presentation as well. Again, to add in a title, just double click anywhere on the frame and just type in your text. Okay, and if we want to change the text up, maybe I want to change a different font, I can go and select these different fonts as well. I'm going to use the title one for this one. I'm also going to change the color, so maybe I'll select the blue color and I'll make this even bigger. Okay, this is a really, really basic presentation. I'm just showing you the features of this. And if you jump over to the next video, we're going to go ahead and add in some more features and play around with Prezi.